Welcome back to Comic Quarantine. As I said in the last week, I'll be covering a hell of a TV series. It's gonna be about a devil in Hell's Kitchen. Yes, you guessed it right, Daredevil. Straight away, the first thing I have to say is the soundtrack. It was composed by John Paisano. It is absolutely beautiful. Like, you can feel the soundtrack is like good triumphing over evil. And it's the only soundtrack I choose not to skip the intro while watching Netflix.
The first season serves as an origin story and beginnings of Matt Murdock, mostly a man outside his costume persona. We get an insight into the man he'll become. Early on in his childhood, a freak accident causes him to be blind and gain super senses. Matt is taken now under the wing of a sensei called Stick to harness his newfound powers, set primarily on Hell's Kitchen. We see Matt playing a number of parts like an aspiring attorney, a mourning son, lover, and a crime fighter, which kind of really distinguishes him from other heroes in the Marvel universe. We also see another interesting character called Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, aka the future kingpin of crime. He is a villain of this set piece, but also he's a villain you feel sympathy for. He attempts to take over Hell's Kitchen while maintaining a positive image to the public, at the same time being emotionally unstable. The season also focuses on his budding relationship with Vanessa, who he eventually proposes. We see Matt's ties with his best friend Foggy and love interest Karen Page. They help him with his law practice in New York City, fighting injustice and looking out for him when he's not donning the costume. But the relationship with these characters have twists and turns as we move on to the story, mainly due to Matt and his alter ego as a Daredevil, and also mainly due to those characters' own decisions. So everyone is kind of broken in their own ways. Some other recurring characters like James Wesley, who plays Fisk's right hand and confidant, Ben Urich as the journalist is also pretty good, and also Melvin Potter is a very interesting character who kind of makes the costume for Matt. Now, why should you watch this show? Number 1, fight sequences. The infamous hall scene, episode 2, Cutman. The setup symbol, Russian thugs set a trap for the vigilante of the Hell's Kitchen by kidnapping and holding a young boy as bait. Matt Murdock takes the bait, but brought his strength, stamina, and tenacity with him. For nearly 3 minutes, this fight ebbs and flows through a single corridor, in and out of rooms, each and here and there, along it as Matt wails on all the gangsters that's coming over him. The men seem out of it, but they pick themselves up to get beaten up again, while Matt exhaustion oozes off the screen. He never gives up until the battle's won and he's able to walk through that door, but we cannot look away for a second. Number 2, the no-kill policy. The Devils of Hell Kitchen has beaten the absolute crap out of thugs, but has he really taken a life? Now, according to Charlie Cox, it's not a concrete rule. His moral compass comes to a tipping point when he has a showdown with Fisk throughout all the seasons. But he makes hard and heroic choices because if he kills Fisk, Fisk wins, as he says in this scene.
No! God knows I want you, but you don't get to destroy who I am. I beat you!
He realizes he's a hero because his morals are heroic and he's Matt Murdock first, not Daredevil. As Punisher says,
You know you're one bad day away from being me.
Punisher. He steals the show in the second season and has insane battles with Matt Murdock. Now, the season is like an origin story for him and introduces him as an antagonist. There's a rooftop scene of nearly a 10-minute dialogue between Daredevil and Punisher about the cost of morality in this war. If you like to see more of Punisher, you can head over to Netflix and watch his own show. Ninjas. There are tons of ninja fights in this TV show and I just love them. He fights a warrior known as Nobu, who uses a weapon known as Kyokatsu Chujoj, and which actually pierces to Matt's back, but Matt is able to get the upper hand later and he throws flammable liquid over Nobu and kind of grills him. KO! The final season starts with Matt wounded and falling, and he's in a weak shape. We think he's dead, we presume so, but he wakes up in a church and is taken care by a nurse. Now, this character is very important and I will not reveal the identity. It's kind of a spoiler. Meanwhile, Wilson Fisk gets out of the prison and makes a deal with the feds where he's an informant, at the same time planning to frame Matt Murdock.
Daredevil is our true public enemy.
Now, he is a psychopathic dude called Poindexter who's good at throwing absolutely any kind of shit. This is a famous villain called Bullseye from the comics. Now, Bullseye and Matt have few similarities in their tragedies. Poindexter even at one point dresses as Daredevil and unleashes chaos in an office and shows that he is the dark side of Daredevil.
The dark side of the Force.
The whole season, Matt is at his lowest point. He even sees the delusions of Fisk taunting throughout him. And season 3 was refreshing after a weird season 2 ending. If you see, I didn't talk much about season 2. To be quite frank, the ending of season 2 and some of the few storylines, I was not really content. That being said, Daredevil is my favorite TV show and a superhero show regardless. It absolutely slays it. You guys must see it. Don't think it's much of a drag. It's pure action, and it's really game changing within the world of TV shows. Now, over the past few weeks, there have been rumors about Daredevil coming back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU), especially in the next Spider-Man movie, which is possibly aiming to premiere November 2021. So now these rumors specifically involve actor Charlie Cox, who played Daredevil in all the 3 seasons, reprising his role for the big screen. Now, if this is true, Charlie Cox has done an interview with comicbook.com last few weeks. So he had said, I haven't heard those rumors, quote, but it's certainly not with my Daredevil. If that is true, it's not me, it's with another actor. And he also said that he would definitely like to see Daredevil again. I just think that the best bet for them, in the unlikely nature of being able to get all of us together again, it should be a whole new team. So till now, he has shown, Charlie Cox has shown interest in playing the character again, but he has not confirmed anything from Marvel. Now maybe I feel there might be non-disclosure agreements, maybe Charlie Cox lying. Or what do you guys think? Do you guys want Charlie Cox to be the next Daredevil, or should a new character reprise him? I definitely think Charlie Cox is the one and only Daredevil ever.
Next week, I'll be reviewing my favorite aspect of comic media. It will be animated movies. Stay tuned, guys. Like, share, subscribe this video. And Eid Mubarak, and thank you. Bye.